Good morning, everyone. My name is Zia, and I make videos about full-time van life, along with Charlie in his bed back there. I didn't know what today's video was going to be about. I didn't have any road trips this past week. I actually felt that I needed to address the video I posted 2 Sundays ago. It was titled, for those of you that haven't seen it, it was titled A Shocking Morning. So I'm just going to have a chat. But I have to say that obviously from the number of views, it touched a nerve in an awful lot of people. I've only been doing videos since a year ago in June, so not for very long. And most of my videos get views in the hundreds, except for when I do a tour of somebody else's van, and then it shoots up. But that video, just a minute, Charlie, you wanna come up? I want to talk to you about Charlie in a little bit too. That video received over 6,700 views. It got 492 thumbs up and 199 comments so far. I realize that we are all getting tired, I think, of the number of entitled and emboldened individuals out there. You okay? There are obviously a lot of very angry people. I know that you see a lot of videos that pop up now talking about people that they call Karens or Kevins, which I'm really sorry for anyone out there that has that name, that it's being slandered as people that are out of control, because I know most of you are lovely people. But the increase in the rage in people, we're all tired of it. We're tired of the state of the world right now. It's been a difficult couple of weeks for me. Several things have been going on. One of them is that I've been having an ongoing leak problem in the van. I've had leaks in the side door, which thankfully are fixed, and mainly though in the back corner, in that back corner, at the foot of my bed. And of course, because the walls are fabric, it wicks up the wall and soaks into the mattress. And I'm so worried about getting any mold in here, because then I wouldn't be able to stay in here through the winter. I am settled nicely at the moment in a friend's driveway. I'm connected to the house power. I have a heater in here, so we're staying nice and toasty. And I've even been given a key to the house and can come and go as I please. I've had leaks in the van. I'm hoping we've finally figured it out a few days ago. Underneath my bed in that corner is the hot water tank. I've never used the water tank or the faucets or anything in this van. I buy big 7.5 liter jugs of water. I have a USB faucet on it, and if I want hot water, I just boil some. So I didn't even think there was any water in that tank. We finally stumbled on the idea that it was corroded and slowly leaking. It seemed to only be damp back there when it was raining, though, so that didn't fit. But I realized that I only ever check after it's been raining, so perhaps it's been damp for a long time and I just didn't realize it. So my friend uncapped the hot water tank and pulled out the metal rod that goes in there, which was completely corroded, and water just gushed out of there onto the ground. Left the back door open and had a heater blowing in there all day yesterday, so the walls and everything are dry now. So I'm hoping that's fixed that leak, because I'll tell you, that's a really big stress if you live in a van. Leaks are just the worst. The other thing that happened over the past couple of weeks is that, as a lot of you know, I have had my name on a waiting list for a senior subsidized apartment for 2 years. And so I phone pretty regularly, maybe every couple of months, to see what's happening, just to keep me in their minds. And I spoke to my contact, and he said, no, I haven't got anything right now, but let me get your file, let me pull you up on the computer. And when he pulled me up on the computer, he said, oh, you've been canceled. They say that they haven't heard from you since 2021. And I said, well, who's they? I thought you were they. And he said, no, I'm Metro Housing and they are BC Housing. So when I have something come available, I go to their data bank to see who would be the next person that we would put in an apartment. I had no idea that these were separate entities, and yet their computers are all linked together. So why information isn't passed on between the two agencies, I don't know. He said, phone, get yourself back, reinstated. So I did that. I explained my situation, and I asked her if that meant I was going to go to the bottom of the waiting list again. And fortunately, she said, no, it's based on needs. So I think my current situation may bump me up a bit. If I lived in the United States instead of Canada, I would be able to just easily drive a little further south and get to a warmer climate through the winter. But I'm in Canada, and at the moment, with the cost of gas and everything, trying to get all the way down to, California or Arizona or somewhere, New Mexico, it's kind of out of range at the moment, so I have to stay put. And as I said just a minute ago, I'm very, very grateful to be in a wonderful friend's driveway, and I can stay here all winter if I want to, and I can go into the house if I want to. So family and friends are not going to see me homeless and out on the street. I know that. But I also know that I don't like to be a burden. I like my freedom and my independence. Even being this dependent, being on somebody's electricity, bothers me. I like my freedom and independence, but the situation is what it is, and I feel very grateful. So I'm back on the list, and we'll see what happens. But she did say to me, I told her I'd been waiting 2 years. She said it could be a few more years yet. I think probably by the time something does come up, I will be further into my 70s, and I will be probably ready for a home base again. The other update or news that I have is regarding Charlie. A lot of you know that he suffered a brain injury when he was 2 years old, and he's going to be 10 in January. So I went to refill his prescription last week, and the vet wouldn't refill it unless I took him in for a recheck. And then she started doing her physical, and she had her stethoscope out, and she said she heard a heart murmur, and he has heart disease. So of course, that was really upsetting for me. I mean, he could go another 4 years, maybe, and not be too much different than he is now. But there's nothing they can do about it, and it will progress, and it does mean that his heart is enlarged. So I could have Charlie for a few more years, or it could progress and I might not have my little buddy, which would make our little house here feel so different, because he's been my constant companion for 10 years. He'll be 10 in January. We both have birthdays in January. I'm not going to make him run around and play as much as I did before. I don't run around and play as much as I did before either, but so yeah, I'm kind of all over the place today, but this is just sort of an update and a chat. And as the title of this video said, you know, the state of the world, the state of my world, versus the healing powers of Mother Nature. And what I want to leave this video on is some video footage I took a couple of nights ago. I was driving home and it was getting dark, and I was driving along the river and the sky was red and the sun was setting. And as stressed as I had been about the state of the world, the state of my world, what was happening with my little boy back there, a calmness came over me. Just quietly driving along the edge of the river and just really marveling at this beautiful, beautiful world that we live in. It's one of the things that I love the most about living in a van, is the opportunity to be out somewhere near nature, and the healing power that that has is really quite phenomenal. There's also a full moon coming up, and my channel is called Chasing the Moon. I love anything to do with the moon, always have. So whether you're living in a van or whether you're living in a sticks and bricks, try and get out in nature as much as you can. You don't have to go camping. You don't have to go on a long road trip. Go somewhere peaceful. Find a stream, a river, a lake, the ocean, and just sit quietly and marvel at how beautiful it is. And bear in mind while you're doing that although there are a lot of angry, entitled, emboldened people out there, the majority of us are kind and loving, generous-hearted, and that was proven to me when I started reading the comments on that video I did of A Shocking Morning. I am so grateful for all of you who watch this channel and for all of the new subscribers. I just wanted to add one more thing to this video quickly, and that is that as I was thinking about, you know, the state of the world and how people are feeling, how people are, a lot of people are searching too for answers, for meaning, for purpose. And it's part of the reason why I decided to come out of retirement. I do have my certification as a counselor, but I also have a program that I offer. It's not even about finding your purpose in life. It's about feeling on purpose. And it has the potential to give people a greater understanding of what their gifts are. The program is called Discover Your Sacred Gifts, and that's not particularly a religious thing, although some people it may present itself that way to them. To give life a little more meaning, there is a specific formula of how you can be of benefit to others and how that improves your own life. And knowing what the proper vehicle based on your gifts would be the best way for you to express the benefits you can offer people. So if you think it might be something you're interested in, I will have room for 2 clients. It's a month-long program. I will have room for 2 more clients. I was going to say in December, but it might actually not start until January. So if you go to ireneharlow.com, as Zia is my nickname, but if you go to ireneharlow.com, you can find out more information about that program. And also have a look at next year's Boulder Women camping retreat. We've got the dates on the events page now, and I know there were a lot of people that were interested, but we didn't have enough time for this year's event to promote it properly. And so we're going to start promoting next year's event now. So you can check that all out at ireneharlow.com. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm going to leave the video here and leave you with some lovely, calm footage of my relaxing drive home. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're happy and healthy and feeling grateful and blessed. And I'll say bye-bye for now.